hold up, wait, can I get paid? Yawn, in a break, feel like I'm in space. See a snake, kill a snake, get paid. Get left every day, so get your straight.
I heard these always hating, said I'll never make it. I heard these always talking with them, it's okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers hope by the end of today's game they'll have secured win number 1 on the season. It's the Lions going up against the Packers.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And the Green Bay Packers. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We got 3 down.
7 yards to go on 2nd down.
Watch time. Tight end right.
Now it's Ryan. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now Bernard. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Again, here's Bernard. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Ryan. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. A swing pass caught. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's Myers now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The swing pass caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jordan Reed, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now Ryan on first down. Able to get away. Bust through the tackle. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. To throw is Ryan. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On first down, it's Gurley. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
He's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On first and goal, Gurley. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And the Saints, they've now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Second down now after the incompletion. Now a carry for Bernard. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's Bernard. Room here to run. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The backup, Rob Kelly, his first carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, 3rd and long. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 59 yards. Coleman, and this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now a play fake, Rodgers. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquise Lee, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down in bounds for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work on it? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swann, they used to be on there showing their ballet skill.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents would tell them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy. But right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions.
Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And on the ground they go with a running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. So here come the Lions now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players.
And he coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. The gap's getting wider there. The Saints have scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On play action, Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it's good enough for a Detroit first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Over.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Get wide.
They'll send Beckham in motion right.
Play.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jordan Reed with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Wide open, Gronkowski. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 48 yards. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Play action, Ryan. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamison Crowder, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. So they're going to go for 2. Now it's Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Wow. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Throwing again. Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by David Anderson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. On play action. Now Rodgers. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Airing one out for Crowder, and unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Rodgers now on first down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. On third down, it's Coleman, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Ryan. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
Yeah, if you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Ryan. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Five yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 14. From midfield now, here's Ryan. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And I think the ball's out. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, and when they've tried too hard, even in perfect.
Kelly stripped. The ball is free. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here. Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, Ryan. This is caught. Gronkowski. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Ryan. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now it's Ryan. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Ryan to throw. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the shotgun, Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Reuben Foster picks it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. A big play on 3rd down for the Lions. 58 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A swing pass caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, a 22. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. It's Coleman here, trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Offense looks to punch, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Airing one out for Crowder. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Looking long for his tight end read. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Give him 3 on the game there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1 that was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Ball on the 3, 3rd down and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And now here is another interception. Picked off by David Amerson. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Second down following the incompletion. To throw again, Rodgers. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Rodgers to throw once more. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. And again, it's Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And this offense on third down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is third and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. And this is off the left upright, but he banks it through. How about that one? The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here we go now.
First throw now for the backup Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On third down, Trubisky. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Green Bay.
Get on your feet.
Taken right around the 44. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Lions will take over. So out now come the Lions. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here telling us stretch this thing out a little bit?
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
They go play action here on first down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Cameron Hayward. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now a play fake. Rodgers going for the deep ball. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Lions on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Shedding through the defense. Underneath, this is Bernard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing here, Trubisky. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
All right, here we go.
On second down, Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jenkins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On first and 10, it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Jenkins. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
No, check, Patriot.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now it's Trubisky. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And the Saints have scored again, enjoying a comfortable cushion. Now it's Trubisky. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And on second and 10 now. Rodgers throwing here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Now the Packers get set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them up.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Lions, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.